Monday Night Raw is in Montreal, Quebec, Canada tonight, and this is going to be in front of a hardcore wrestling crowd. And whenever we're in Montreal, we all know what to expect. About, 2,000 references to the Montreal Screwjob. Of course, why else would they go to Montreal? What's the point? They get to relive that moment a million fucking times. Anyway, the show starts off with Roman Reigns, and they hate him here. They are booing him out of the fucking building. They despise Roman Reigns. They're all talking about the controversy. I don't know if that was meant to be a controversy. I just think it ended up being controversy, and he wants his title. He thinks his feet were there, and he thinks he won. There's still Samoa Joe and Titantron. So, okay, they're building up their match at Backlash since Joe's on SmackDown. I don't know what the plan was. I almost get the original plan was probably for Reigns to win the belt, but maybe they changed their mind again the last second. So they actually have Jinder Mahal come out, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, you're going to actually have Jinder Mahal and Roman Reigns have a feud? Fuck that. Sami Zayn came out, and he got a huge reaction. It was a big reaction. He was a hometown hero, and even though he's a heel. Then Kevin Owens came out later, and he got a huge reaction too. So both of them are big baby faces, even though they're heels. It's funny, Jinder Mahal is also Canadian, but no one gives a shit about him. Anyway, they start beating up Roman Reigns, and then Bobby Lashley comes out, and then Braun Strowman comes out, and I guess we have a 6-man tag. So, I mean, they're still promoting the Saudi Arabia thing. It's like, oh man, it's fucking embarrassing. It's not that they went there. It's like when they were there, they were using themselves as a vehicle for propaganda to this really oppressive regime. Like, it was fucking horrible. The way this is a country that cuts gay people's heads off. They fucking oppress women. Women are second-class citizens. They fucking stop fucking promoting this in the United States for goddamn it. You can promote it there. So Elias is out. He's over here again. This crowd, they're a hot crowd. They seem to be into the show. He faces Bobby Roode. He ends up getting the match by some kind of I don't know what was happening with Roode, but I don't know. I think he can do a double turner. I think Roode should be heel and Elias should be face. They were treating some kind of injury. So they had Charlie Cruz out there with two French jobbers who were going to get crushed by Authors of Pain. I mean, they did this stuff all the time with Braun Strowman. They did this with Nia Jax. They have a monster just destroy some small wrestler. So I guess that they're going to do this with the Authors now. Since there's no Paul Ellering to cut promos for them, they just had the match. They cut a horrible promo at the end, so it was bad dialogue. I think they should have kept Paul Ellering, but I'm sure they're going to get pushed either way because of they're so big. So Seth Rollins comes out, and he talks about the match of Bray Wyatt, I think Bray Wyatt, the Miz at Backlash, that, he's probably going to win. Balor comes out, and he challenges Rollins to the IC title, and they agree to it. But then they're interrupted by the Miztourage, and they beat him up. So I guess that's your match about later tonight is Rollins and Balor for the IC title. They had some Sasha Banks interview. I mean, this chick is dead. She is done. All right, I don't know if she's probably not going to get released because I think probably Triple H, he fights for the NXT wrestlers, but wow, she's done. Anyway, she's having a match with Ruby Riott, and they keep doing this Bayley-Sasha feud. It's like, fuck this goddamn rivalry. God damn it. This is the worst rivalry of the year. I don't care. I'm already marking it down. Worst rivalry of the year. I did my recap of the year. I gave, kind of who I thought, the best wrestlers, the best feuds, the worst feuds, worst wrestler. This is already going to win worst feud of the year. I don't care. Fuck this rivalry. It's killed both of them dead. Both of them are dead. I don't even know if they can come back from it. Because, Sasha just lost, decisively. Sort of. Yes, the Riot's have kind of cheap, but I mean, she lost to Ruby Riot, and I think Ruby Riot's going to get a big push soon. I think she can be champion. Maybe she faces Nia Jax. I think Nia's going to beat Bliss again, and that'll be the end of that rivalry. But I think maybe she's gotten next. But this whole Bayley Sasha thing, this has just been the worst rivalry. I mean, they don't even know what to do anymore. They're just on TV every week doing nothing, like looking mean at each other, giving each other pouty faces. I don't know. I mean, they're at the bottom of the barrel in the women's division on Raw, certainly. And I don't think they're gonna get fired or anything. Like, they're not Emma, like when she got fired, but they're at the bottom, and I don't know. I don't want to see them. They have go away heat with me. That rivalry, I don't know about them, but that rivalry is fucking trash. So now another similar rivalry they've been doing with the women's Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, and this hasn't been. I mean, they've put far more effort into this rivalry than that. I mean, you can tell the woman who they care about and they want to push is clearly Bliss and Jax in their rivalry, as opposed to Bayley and Tasha. But in this rivalry, it's like they keep doing like this whole thing with Nia Jax, and she's a victim. Listen, Nia Jax is so much big. She's like 3 times as tall as Alexa Bliss, about 20 times as big as Alexa Bliss in terms of weight. It's at the time where it's like, God, this fucking little tiny girl who's beautiful, and a lot of people like, because she's really gone on the mic, and they did that whole moment of bliss, which she did awesome in that. She did really good. I didn't like as much as last week, but I mean, I thought, the whole thing with Disney World, I know she actually loves Disney World in real life. I think that's how they kind of interpreted that. But Alexa's really, really good at this stuff when she does this sarcastic, little girl. But I don't know, Nia, I don't think it helps Nia, because I think people are starting to really like Bliss in her work. I think it's going to turn her face. I don't know if it'll show this soon, but I think you might get some boos for Nia Jax, because she, they're not doing anything. I don't know. I don't like that rivalry as much as it started. I think the whole bullying thing, it's kind of, it's playing its course, I think. And I think probably Nia beats her in Backlash and the feud's over. Or maybe Bliss wins, you never know. And then again, they keep building up Rollins and Balor. I would like to have a long rivalry. I think Balor shouldn't hate Rollins. Rollins injured Balor. I mean, Bret Hart, it's in Montreal. He'll be the first to remind us of that. I think Balor, they should have, when Finn Balor returned last year, after WrestleMania last year, it's been a botch. The way they've built him back up, he never asked for his Universal title rematch, never got it. He was probably originally gonna get it, even though he'd lose. It's just, they haven't built him up right, and it's like, are they gonna turn this guy heel? I don't know what's next for Finn Balor. I don't see him winning tonight at all. So they showed Renee Young interviewing Titus O'Neil. It's like, the way they're positioning this, Titus slides into the shot. They've already made this joke unfunny. 72 hours ago, this fucking botch was absolutely hilarious. It's not even funny anymore. Baron Corbin starts with them, and they go to him at Hurt. Confronts Tyson. They go to him at Hardy Bray Wyatt promo about the light and darkness. I'm okay with these two as a team. It's fine. So they go back to last week with Ronda Rousey and Mickie James, and they're building it up of how Ronda attacked Mickie after the match, and I don't know. I don't think they're doing a match with Ronda and Mickie. I thought, all right, Ronda, the way they were building it up, I think, are they going to have a match at Backlash and Ronda will just crush her? I don't think so. I think it'll just be a host show thing. I think Mickie James will be Ronda, who she faces on the host show, but Natalia's going to get the match with Ronda. I think Natalia's going to turn on Ronda Rousey very soon, and you'll see it maybe at Money in the Bank. I don't know about SummerSlam. I think that's too long. But probably the June Money in the Bank show, since that's a huge show. It's going to be like a 4 or 5 hour show, so I think that'll be the match. Anyway, they go to a Strowman Reigns and Lashley against Owens, Zayn, and Jinder. So 3 Americans against 3 Canadians. We all know what that means. The faces win. And there's been a lot of controversy about Roman Reigns. I'm going to say this. I can see the writing on the wall. Braun Strowman's going to be the guy. I know Reigns has been Vince's guy for so long. He's held guys down for this Roman project to be successful. And I'd recommend, if anyone watches, follow Slice Wrestling on Twitter. I don't, because he blocked me. But if you follow him, he posted this really great screenshot of what Roman Reigns, like this whole Vince as Roman's project. It's really, really must see. Like the whole Roman project and how he's built him up for 4 years. They've tried to get this whole company to be behind him. I'd recommend reading that. And I think Strowman's taking over now. So they have Baron Corbin and Titus O'Neil. They're doing the whole thing, making fun of Titus. It's like, him stumbling out of the ring. It's not funny anymore. Congratulations, WWE. Whenever WWE thinks something's funny, it's unfunny. It's like they're like they make everything uncool because they fucking are. They make everything uncool. That's how I find it. When the creative gets involved, and when they want you to laugh, you don't laugh. So they had Baron Corbin lose Noe Jose. Like, I don't give a shit. Noe Jose sucks. He's a fucking Adam Rose guy. He'll be, unless he doesn't mess up like Adam Rose, just a jogger. So you have Natalya against Mickey. Ronda's in Natalya's corner, and Alexa Bliss is in Mickey's corner. They have a match, and after the match, so Natalya wins. With the sharpshooter. I didn't know. So, like, I was to myself, I don't know if I like that because, like, no Ronda and Mickey at all. So, that at least would have been good for Mickey, even though she got twashed. But Ronda Rousey chases Alexa Bliss around. I hope they don't do that match. That's a joke. I love Alexa, but come on. I mean, she chases her around the ring. Natalya got the pin on Mickey, and then Nia Jax comes out, and Alexa runs away, and they did this whole thing with Nia. She kind of teased something, but she raises both of her hands at the end. I think Nia and Ronda is definitely a match in the future. I think that's who Ronda beats for the belt, probably SummerSlam. So they announced some random tag match. Owens and Dana get Strowman and Lashley. Wonder who's going to win that. So they do this whole thing with Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. It's an okay promo. And main event, I don't really care about them as a team because I don't care anything with Ziggler. So main event, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Intercontinental title. They'll have a really good match. It's these two, so you expect a good match whenever they do anything against each other. And I think with them, it's more. We all know Rollins injured Balor that SummerSlam match a year and a half ago. It's just they had a good match in that match, and here they have a good match. Rollins gets the one who retains the title. I don't know what they're doing with Balor. I think they should turn Balor heel, but. The Raw, I have to say, this crowd made the show really good. Montreal's a great crowd. The one thing I hate, WWE has to do the whole thing at the beginning of the show where they warn fans, they will boo who you normally boo. It's like, well, I'm sure WWE probably, they would rather, it's one of those things. For them to do that, it's fucking horrible. It's just fucking annoying, and they probably view Saudi Arabia's reactions more positively than they view Montreal's.